The world is framed. Say about you, y'all. The world is ran by select few. They tryna brand the name and bear us with a chip. But this the antidote. I'm hitting you with some truth. We not meant to survive, but that's the dirty truth. The world is ran by select few. That's right. They tryna brand the name and bear us with a chip. But this the antidote. I'm hitting you with some truth. That's right.
Gentlemen, are you watching Trump's Truth Social today? Are you on X? Are you seeing what the heck we are learning? It is now declassified documents plus whistleblowers speaking to O'Keefe Media Group and James O'Keefe. And oh my goodness, who was behind the Mar-a-Lago raid? Who told Big Panty Fanny to go after Trump in the RICO case? Because, quote, RICO cases are very hard for defendants to fight. Who told Jack Smith to go after Trump? It wasn't the Democrats. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Barr, Trump's Attorney General from 2019 to 2020 and into 2021, is behind the setup of January 6th. He's behind the Mar-a-Lago raid. He's behind the Fani Willis RICO indictment and the Jack Smith indictment. Republican that worked for the Trump administration as his Attorney General is the reason Trump was indicted, is the reason January 6th happened. He is the reason over everything, the Mar-a-Lago raid. I've said it before, I'm saying it again. Your worst enemy are not the Democrats. It is Republicans. It is Republicans that are snakes, these rhinos. They are your worst enemy. I'm going to keep you updated. Subscribe. God bless you. See you soon.
Hey y'all, tired of paying outrageous prices for your medication while other countries pay just a fraction of the cost? Y'all know President Trump just signed an executive order to fix this problem. But why wait? BlockbusterHealth.com is already offering Americans these savings right now. I'm talking right now. We're talking up to 80% off of the same exact medications you're already taking. Same brand, same quality, just fair prices. Whether it's Ozempic, insulin, or any other prescription, Blockbuster Health connects you directly with licensed pharmacies that offer international prices. No middleman, no markup, just honest prices. So call 1-888-350-1353. That's again 1-888-350-1353. Or just visit BlockbusterHealth.com. Americans should not have to choose between their health and their wallet. So check it out. Once again, that number is 1-888-350-1353. Or just visit BlockbusterHealth.com.
Grand Rising, everybody. This is Dice Game G coming back here on the Business News. And we doing it live and lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting on this topic with Bill Barr. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all sit back, check this out. And I'm saying this is a lot of dirty stuff that's been happening so far in this country. A lot of stuff that's been exposed, and we are exposing it here on the Vicious News. And I'm telling you, massive breaking Bombshell. Project Veritas released proof that Fani Wilson was working under the direction of Trump former AG Bill Barr to indict Donald Trump, Alex Jones, Roger Stones, General Flint, Nick Fury, and others in the 2023, you know what I'm saying, You know what I'm saying? They set Donald Trump up, you know what I mean? So we know this is a stage show, but we see a lot of stuff that's coming in the forefront that we said it was coming. You know what I mean? People gonna learn the truth, how dirty and corrupt these people are. And we are saying it, you know what I'm saying? And we are reporting on it. And you know, Project Veritas has been exposing them for so long, I mean for years. And now we finding out Bill Barr was behind, setting Donald Trump up in court with Fannie Willis and was trying to stick him in a 6x6 cell. You know what I'm saying? Trying to lock the sitting presidents up. And I'm saying this is all fraudulent and it's all coming out. And like I said, we reporting on it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hear nothing about this later, you know what I'm saying, you will hear on this, you know what I'm saying, I'm Dice Game Jizzle, here on the Vicious News.
New heat on former Trump official Bill Barr. Take a look at the explosive New York Times report, which exposed how he punched this pressure scheme. Now, he held these check-ins every week with someone we told you about, his hand-picked prosecutor. He went abroad to press European officials. Barr's prosecutor never found the evidence for the deep state conspiracy theories they had. They didn't prove alleged crimes, they lost in court, and now there's questions of ethics facing Barr. He had even said at the start of the probe, when looking towards allied spies, both in Britain and CIA, that he suspected America's friends had somehow been targeting Donald Trump. Well, if you can't prove that, it sounds a lot like a conspiracy theory. No evidence there. Durham and Barr also pushed a narrative, and then he'd go on TV in the middle of his so-called open probe and say stuff like this.
The evidence shows that we're not dealing with just mistakes or sloppiness. There's something far more troubling here. The president has every right to be frustrated because I think what happened to him was one of the greatest travesties in American history without any basis.
Spin, and it's not adding up well for him. Now, Barr says that this thing was not started as a criminal investigation. He had a duty to find out what happened in the Mueller probe. But there's a difference between a duty to do the investigations, that's what DOJ does all the time, quietly without TV interviews, and trying to set a goal in advance and then reverse engineer it to prove it. Now Barr is also trying to downplay what were those unusual meetings with the hand-picked prosecutor, saying they didn't break any regulations. But let me give you a little lawyer advice here. When you're accused of something, and instead of denying it or addressing it factually or substantively, you just say it didn't break a rule or a law, that's a sign that you already know you're in hot water. He didn't say that he wasn't regularly having Scotch dinners with his hand-picked political buddy and traveling around the world like some sort of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure for weaponizing the DOJ, which is the very thing some House Republicans now say they want to accuse others of. No, he didn't say any of that. He just said, hey, I didn't break any rules. So that brings us to Andrew Weissman and a big question. Did he break any rules? An answer from someone who was literally Mueller's top person, FBI General Counsel, and
a whistleblower came forward that former U.S. Attorney General William P. Bill Barr was intimately involved in prosecution of January 6 defendants, including Alex Jones, Roger Stones, and others, and teamed up with Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis in an attempt to block Donald Trump returning to office. An important note that even before this information broke, Alex Jones has already released information years ago spotlighting Bill Barr as a key deep state ringleader working with Obama to stage a coup against America. And that's what we was telling you. This is stuff always been planned, and you got all these crooked, people involved in the Trump cabinet. I'm just saying, we already know this is a shit show, but like I said, I'm just gonna keep calling it down, and I'm just gonna keep reporting on it when and as it comes out. You know what I mean?